Okay, folks, we're now also recording for people who couldn't make the kickoff session. This is essentially our introduction to people who are starting off with the Smart Insurance coaching team. We will go through a number of 8 slides. We'll have Q&A at the end. So if there's anything that you are not certain on, just write it down and we'll pick it up in a Q&A rather than interrupt the flow. Okay. Also, if you want to put up your hand or put a question in the chat, we'll pick that up as well. Okay. Alrighty. So, right. So a quick agenda is we're just going to meet the team. We're going to outline our commitment to you as a team. We're going to go through the key things that we need athletes to do and the key things that we will commit to as coaches that we'll do. And also communication channels and protocols in a world where we have lots of access to WhatsApp, email, Zoom calls, etc. We want to just be clear on when you use it, what, and what is not, what's appropriate for certain times. Next steps, and then athlete Q&A. Okay, all right. So, we are going to, okay, so meet the team. We have myself, Anthony, and Mark. We'll just have a quick few lines on who we are and just to give you a flavor. I'm Stephen Moody. I'm kind of head coach and founder of Smart Insurance Solutions. Whoops, that shouldn't be going that far. And founder of Smart Insurance Solutions. I've been coaching and racing for 20 plus years. Ironman U certified, ITU certified, Triathlon Ireland Coach of the Year, numerous Ironman, numerous 70.3s, lots of domestic racing as well. And I will be part of the team. Anthony, just want to give a couple of lines about yourself? Anthony, you still there?
I'm unmuted there, am I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are unmuted. Yeah, far away.
Yeah, so look, I'm the assistant coach this year. I'm 5 years in triathlon. I've been under Stephen the last 2 years. The last season I've learned the Smart Endurance coaching approach through him coaching me. So I've kind of shadowed him and seeing how it works. I've better racing. I've better racing. What would you call them? I've better races under me than I do coaching, you know. But like, I'm looking to get to the stage where I'm a better coach than I am athlete at the moment. So that's kind of why I got into it this year. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mark, a couple of lines of yourself.
Sure. Yeah. So Mark Rushby, I've been doing triathlon or competing in triathlon for 10 years and coaching for 4. My preference is middle and long course. 3 podium finishes at Ironmans and qualified for Kona twice. And unfortunately, I couldn't go this year due to injury, but looking to bounce back and get back strong. And yeah, coaching. I just enjoy coaching. Enjoy, helping people achieve their goals.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
I think the guys are a bit underestimating themselves somewhat. As I said, if we were to put it into kind of titles, I will be the kind of the organizer. Mark will be the data geek. Anthony is the phenomenal athlete. So we all bring different things to the party. I was going to give myself the brains, but I don't think that's fair. I think we're equally in that. So this is the first time we've used this model where we have 3 coaches rather than it was just me. And the reason why we went this way is I would always have been talking to Mark as a coaching and running ideas by him. I've also learned an awful lot from Anthony in the way he approaches his training, etc. So what we have decided, and we've been kind of talking about for a while, and we've kicked this off, is that we work very well as a team, and how we're going to work as a team, which is better than just us giving one-to-one coaching mentorship as well, which you athletes will get. But we sit down every week, we review how our coaches, how our individual athletes are going, we view how their programs are going, we bring new ideas to the table, and we try to feed that back in. So not only do you have a one-to-one coach, there's a brain trust under here that we'll see the programs evolve. And for guys who have been with me for a while, this will be news to their ears because I tend to use a lot of the similar sessions because I like progression. But Anthony's bringing different sessions to the table. Mark's bringing different data analysis and different tech and all the rest. So this is why this is going to be a much better approach than just me. 3 is better than 1, even then when the 1 is me, who is a super coach. Alrighty.
Coach of the year, Steve. Come on, don't forget the coach of the year.
Oh yeah, coach of the year, because I should really put that in, and you're not allowed to mention Kona again. So our commitment to you, as I said, we have, and again, we're all on the line with how we're going to approach this. I had my ideas, the guys had other ideas. So we've evolved it slightly. For guys who have been with me in the past, you'll see a lot of similarities, but there's some tweaks. We're going to take time with our kickoff calls where we actually work out your skeleton week, your race schedule. We'll advise and we will guide you on that in terms of, is that a really good idea, having that race so close to an A race, or what you can't really do a marathon and then sort of expect to do a good 70.3 2 weeks, 3 weeks afterwards, etc., etc. So we want to get that right from the start, because that's the building blocks, the foundation, how we'll work with you. The plan is bespoke, as in it's to your needs. And this is where it's important you feed back into us, as in you need to tell us, you know what, I have really busy Mondays. Monday's your rest day then. I'd like to swim with my club on a Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll build that in. When to point, but again, to the point where still we have the control of the progression, that like if you sort of go, I'd like to do this at my club, this at my club, this at my club, we'll sort of go, well, actually, we need to have some control so we can help you move forward. So we take into account your primary desires, what works for you, but we also take into account we need to guide you and help you develop as an athlete. Again, one of the things that people have worked with me in the past, and it's something that I was strong on, that we all agreed on, and the lads completely agreed with me. Timely feedback and session-specific feedback is key. You need to know that we're looking at your data. You need to know that we give a shit. So we will look at your data each night and feedback. If you upload in a timely fashion, if it's there and it's something that we look into and all the rest, and we think, yep, it might be a case of that was well done, or hang on, that was too hard, that was too easy. We need to give you the encouragement to know that you've done the right things. And again, depending on what you agree with coach, that will either be measured on power, heart rate, or pace, etc. But we keep an eye on you. And again, we work with you as well. The more you communicate with us, the more we can evolve with you as an athlete-coach relationship. So if you don't upload data, you don't give us any qualitative feedback, you're not getting anything out of it, and it will be frustrating for us as a coach. So we will encourage that. And as I said, we have team reviews each week, and we'll sort of go, look, I've actually tried these VO2 sessions with my guy who's doing 70.3. It's worked out really well. Maybe you try that. We said, okay, cool. Or we try a little longer taper, a shorter taper, etc. So we're going to evolve as a team and get better. How's that going to work though, in terms of day-to-day and kind of an operational level? There's kind of key things we need from you, and there's key things we'll commit to you. For us as a coaching team, we commit to a timely issue of the plan. We will typically issue the plan in 2 weekly chunks, and it will be in via Training Peaks. If you're new to Training Peaks, don't worry, we will take you through that, and there's some make sure that you're comfortable how it works, and how we will use it to capture kind of special, we will capture the session in it. It'll upload to your Garmin, your fitness wearable, or your smart trainer, etc., and it tells you what to do once you upload, and then we can feed back on that. We will feed back in a constructive manner. We are not here to bollock you out of it if something goes wrong. If we will highlight and feedback in always positively, and always trying to get the best out of you. There will be times where more stick than carrot, but that's us figuring out what works or what is the appropriate response. As I said, we'll give guidance on training and the race scheduling. As I said, we've often have people who go, I want to do this race, this race, this race. I liken them to the dogs chasing their tail and this massive fear of FOMO. We'll agree what your big goal is. We'll then figure out how to structure a plan, and then we'll work out what the best way to build in B races or tests, etc. That will make it fun and progressive for you. But we'll also tell you if you're being daft. We also bring a vast amount of tri knowledge. As I said, Anthony's been kind of racing for 6 years. Mark's been racing and for 10. I've been racing for 20. We know most of the stuff. but also the stuff that we're getting up to speed with as well. And we'll caveat that we're not tech support. If your Garmin does, if your Zwift, your router isn't talking to your Zwift smart trainer, that's a Google issue, and that's not something we're going to fix. And we will communicate you via different ways which suit the scenario, and I'll talk about that in a little bit more. And as an athlete, this is your commitment to us. We need that you have done your medical due diligence. If you're coming to take on board a training program, we need you to have visited your doctor and all the rest, and have ensured that you are fit to take it on board, and that there's no major injuries that we should be aware of that may impact how we design your training. Okay. Ooh, hang on 1 second. That's we also expect you to upload your complete the sessions prescribed. There's one thing we are not. We're not babysitters. You guys have come to us because you want to improve. We will give you the tools. We will give you the direction and the progressive path to let you improve. But there's a bare minimum expectation you will complete the sessions. There will be weeks where you can't complete sessions. But again, if that says, advise us and we'll adjust the plan. But don't not turn up. You know, if you want to hit that scary goal, and if you turn up in Cork in August and you've done less than 50% of the sessions, it's not our fault that you don't get to the finish line. Work with us. If there's problems in the way we're designing the skeleton week, you need to change it because work's gone mad. That's what will help you. But do not expect us to go, hey, what happened Wednesday and Tuesday? If you miss sessions, we're not going to chase. To enable to let us have this happen, we need you to timely upload of data to Training Peaks. Again, ideally we want that on a nightly level, because if it's up nightly, we'll have a look at it. If it's up before the hour of like 9 o'clock, we're not going to wait up to 11 o'clock to get your uploads. But and it dilutes our impact if you upload everything after 2 weeks. So get into the habit of plugging in your Garmin, syncing it with Bluetooth, and getting it up. And we'll have set hours. I myself look at people's data between 9 and 10 on a nightly basis. But if it's not there, I can't look at it. We expect good communication. Again, and I said, this is not only on, it's in Training Peaks, it's in email and all the rest. If there's stuff that you think that will help us figure out what's going on, like, sorry that I said that I wanted to swim on a Tuesday and Thursdays, work has changed, I can't get to the pool on Thursday. Don't just not turn up to the Thursday, let us know. The other thing that we hang on, sorry, because people are trying to get in. Another key thing as well in this space is about updating race details in Training Peaks, as in there will be a video that'll go out afterwards that will show you how to upload or note in the Training Peaks calendar what races you're registered for or what you're thinking about. Because once we have that in the calendar, the Training Peaks will be our Bible. We'll go, okay, the half marathon B race is in 4 weeks' time. We'll build a kind of a build period for that, and a taper period and a recovery period for that. But if you don't tell us that, actually, sorry, we've pulled out of that race, we're not doing it, we'll miss that. So we need you to keep the Training Peaks race details up to speed. Availability update. Again, pet peeve as a coach. If you have holiday commitments or work commitments or things that you won't be able to train, let us know. Note it in Training Peaks as soon as you know it, and we can adjust the plan as much as is needed. But not if we come up Monday and you go, actually, forgot to tell you, I'm in New York for the entire week. I can't do any training, and it's a key week we've planned. We can change around it if you give us the advance notice. Another really, really important one is if there's any injury or illness concerns that impact training, we got to know that. We got to know that if, sorry, my hamstring is really sore, we can adjust the plan to make sure that you don't do any damage, and you get your chance to go to a physio, go to your doc and sort of go, look, what's happening here? And we'll take their feedback on board. If they sort of go, okay, look, no running for the next week, you can swim and cycle the legs off yourself. Cool. We'll adjust the plan and we'll make it work for you. Timely payments. Again, once we kick things off, I'll send a notice about how you pay and what date needs to be paid. and it'll allow myself, Mark, and Anthony continue to pay Ironman all the money we have. Final thing, and again, this is for us to make it easy for you. If we're doing a good job, if we're are you seeing improvements, if you're getting PBs, let us know. If you're getting improvements in FTPs, we'll know that. But don't be afraid to shout out and say, be proud of the squad that you've been invited to attend and participate in. And if people start going on Facebook, who are good coaches, and if we're doing our job, you should be more than willing to go, yep, Stephen, Mark, Anthony, top guys. They only take in a limited numbers. Maybe put yourself on the wait list. Help us do the marketing. Okay, communication channels and protocols. Again, as I said, everyone can contact everyone. There's way too much connectivity almost at one point. Boo to the internet. Not really. What we have at the moment is we have 4 channels you can actually contact us on. Our primary one is going to be Training Peaks. That's how we're going to communicate what the plan is. The Training Peaks will communicate what the plan is for the next couple of weeks. Again, once it gets right, it will upload to your Garmin. It will upload to and now we have structured workouts for swim. So all the stuff will go up to watch, and it'll actually essentially tell you what to do. Once you complete a session, please do kind of go, felt great during that session, or really tired during that session, didn't get much sleep, or I feel badly, and that will help us figure out what's going on. We will also and also we'll feedback on that and go, okay, right, your average heart rate was down for this tempo run, the pace is up, we're going in the right direction, and that will allow you to do it. So if it's session specific, put it in Training Peaks, because what we'll do is we'll go, there'll be some repetition of sessions ago. It might be a tempo run every 3rd Wednesday or so, and we'll look at the pattern, but we also need to see what info you've given us. Email, we use that if there's, I like to say, kind of strategic changes. Like if your skeleton week has changed, if your race schedule has changed, ping us an email, and we will kind of make sure that is kind of reflected in the training. So Training Peaks is real life training update. Email is skeleton week, structure, etc. WhatsApp. Now, again, this will vary on coach to coach. And you will have your own individual coaches conversation on this. For me, WhatsApp is for in a case of emergency, break glass. If there's something that is stopping you doing the planned session, you don't understand something, and this will typically happen at the start when you're getting used to our terminology, getting used to the kind of the language in the session plans. Ping us a WhatsApp. Don't sort of go, well, I couldn't do the session because I couldn't figure it out. No. Ping us it. We'll answer it quickly enough and make sure it's on watch. Also, if there's an injury concern, if you wake up and your knee is screaming at you because you had a hard run the night before and there might be a bike session that day, you go, oh, I don't know, I'll just do it. No. Listen, my knee is sore. What do you think? We'll ask a couple of questions and we'll make the right decision for you. Say, no, can it, rest day, get to physio, yada, yada. The other element that we have, and so there your main communication between yourself and your coach. Training Peaks session specific, email, structure, program, WhatsApp in case of emergency, injury, confused, la la la. Also, I will allow, if you have a PB, I want to hear about that. So stick us a WhatsApp, because I do love to hear those numbers. The final element that you're getting as part of the squad is we have what I call the PB Hit Squad. We have Monday webinars where there will be a half an hour kind of topic where we'll discuss something that's tri related. For example, next Monday it's nutrition. Last Monday it was embedding good tri habits. Other stuff we've covered is strength and conditioning, race pacing, injury management, injury avoidance, yada yada yada. As squad members, you automatically have the option to dial into those, and it'll give you a chance to actually ask. We have a 30-minute kind of Q&A at the end of it. It'll be held by myself and Mark. So that's another layer of communication and a chance for you to interact with us as coaches. It's a great little addition, and I actually find them fun, informative, etc. All right, okay. So, oh, come on now. Now you actually won't move the screen. Right. Yeah. So that's what we've gone. Oh, yeah, is there anything else that I have not covered? Oh, yes. In the email, because you're part of our mail list, you will get other emails. You'll get newsletters, info I'm sending out, yada, yada. Don't unsubscribe or else you'll miss out on the actual ones that are key to you, which will include the Zoom invites and other kind of squad specific emails. Yeah, I think I've covered all of that. So next steps. And I think we'll have the kickoff meeting. You all have been assigned your one-to-one coach, of which we'll be communicate after this meeting. They will reach out to you and schedule a one-to-one meeting where you go through, as I said, your skeleton week, your race schedule, what your strengths and weaknesses are, where we need to change the program to get the maximum out for you. You will get an email allocation. Oh, I guess I keep on moving. You'll get an email allocation to connect to us via Training Peaks if you haven't already. And that's, again, we communicate via Training Peaks. And there will be another follow-up email which outlines the payment process and the payment, the dates and la la la. Okay, I am going to, before I go on now, Anthony and Mark, do you want to add anything? I know I kind of hijacked a little bit, but any comments, queries?
Yeah.
All right, fire away.
Look, so what I've kind of learned over the last 2 seasons was there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into this, a lot of time and money. And what I took on board over the last 2 years was taking yourself serious as an athlete, because by the end of it, you might as well, like, you are going to be one. And like, training is the easy part. Showing up to the training sessions, like, that was the easy part for me. It's the clean eating and the recovery and the good sleep and dodging the beer sessions and all them types of things. It's all them types of things that will, like, keep you on the straight and narrow and make that whole journey getting you to the big day that much easier. You know, that's something that I did take on board over the last 2 years.
Yeah, and again, as Anthony's right. There's a holistic. We're trying to get a holistic approach to this in terms of we'll advise you on like good habits, sort of nutrition, etc. And those who come out of those Zoom calls. And again, ask questions from your coach. This is what we're here to do. We're here to help you get faster, achieve a PB, get a big scary goal. So that's what we're here for, and we use this as a resource. And again, we'll also be learning, for example, Mark's trialing out Super Sapiens at this stage and how that works with nutritionists. And once we get new ideas and tech, we'll use ourselves as guinea pigs, and then we'll roll it out to you. So this is our commitment to you. Mark, you have something to say or anything?
No, I was really going to mention the Super Sapiens there, and and best bike split. So like Steve said, so I'm really into the data side of things and the stats. So even race planning, and how you would look at your potential competition on a race and how you do the crunch the numbers on who that is. If you're in there to be competitive, then we can give you advice on where to look and what to look for and how to crunch those numbers as well.
Yeah. By the way, I also must admit, I probably should have thought about what I was drinking during it when Anthony was saying about staying away from the beer session. So I'm drinking a big glass of wine. It is a Friday night. I've had a stressful day packing and all the rest. But
I watched a video on the packing dude earlier on.
There's room for fun. We're in this. This is our hobby, and we want to make it. We want to get enjoyment. But as the lads correctly pointed out, we put a lot of work into it. There's money goes into it. You want to get the best feeling out of it. We want you turning up race day like a coil spring, knowing you're going to have a good day and just enjoying it. And also just the fact that myself, Mark's coaching me, I'm coaching Anthony as well. Like, we all trust one another and we have a lot to learn. So hopefully we'll bring a lot to the party. So you won't hear me say this that often. I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to throw it open to the field and to the room. As in, anyone have any queries or questions or excited, nervous, emotional outbursts? You're all muted if you want to take yourself off mute. And by the way, we expect way better communication with the coach when you actually kick off. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are no such things as dumb questions. We will expect a lot of dialogue, and again, that's what you get the most out of us. So I'll ask again, anyone, any questions, any feedback?
What's your what are you hoping for, Steve, in Ironman Florida next weekend?
Oh, jeez,
Come on, come on, hit us for the time, mate.
that's very personal. So I mean, in front of
Sort of break the ice.
It all very much depends on weather and conditions. And I'm expecting, if I go under 10 and a half hours, I'll be very happy. I would have thought 10 hours would have been realistic at the start of the block, but a couple of things have gone wrong. But 10 and a half hours would be a good day. I also have a sub goal now, seeing as I'm invited to do a presentation for Ironman University over there. And this other American guy was on the email thread, and it came up he's racing. So I kind of started smack talking him, even though I've never met him. I've never met any of these Ironman people. So now I have to beat him, or else I'm going to end up with egg all over my face. So
no pressure at all.
None. Oh, by the way, as well, I'd like to point out, I know we've talked about how we're going to improve you, we also have a bit of fun with this. As I said, it is a hobby in the end of the day. None of us are going to make money out of it. Well, I am, and well, the lads are making. But however, as athletes, we're never making money. So this will be fun. Peter, do you have a question?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, is there somewhere, Fitness Pal,
yeah, I
can
know.
you link that with Training Peaks, can you?
Yes,
Training Peaks, yeah.
Yeah, I just, because I'm difficulty doing that. I was trying to do that tonight there, just so that,
yeah, but Peter, that doesn't, so
just looking at that, just see if
Peter, that will sync with your Training Peaks, but it won't actually tell us what you're eating. It will only give you macros, calories. It doesn't actually give you the specifics of what you're taking in.
What I'm eating, right.
Just gives you like carbs, protein, fats. I don't think it gives you like
because on the Fitness Pal, it's able to you can list what you're eating, but but it doesn't actually show you.
Yeah, we don't get to see the food diary. We get to see the macros and stuff. But having said that, as in we'll be able to advise on that. As in if we see, look, you're eating what you call it, 80% fat, and you're not eating any carbs, and you're telling us that you're actually low in energy, that's a red flag to us. So, and it's, I think Mark will be able to help you sync with the
yeah, I'll give you a shout, Peter, on that one.
No problem, Mark. Thanks. I was just doing that there tonight.
No worries.
Apart from
that, Steve, I've got a question just about Training Peaks.
Yes.
I downloaded it a couple of weeks ago, so I'm using the free version now. So it's obviously very limited. Is there a different? Do we have to upgrade, or is it because we're like synced with you? Say, is there like a coach or membership kind of?
There is for the guys. We will have upgrade you to premium as part of the plan for those who haven't already upgraded. And that means that whenever you're with us, you'll be on premium. However, I also have another option in case people do want it. I have a 25% off coupon for an annual subscription, but you will get upgraded to premium as part of the deal.
Cool. Thanks.
No worries. Good question. See, it's good to talk. Any other question, guys? Queries? Okay. All right. So in terms of next steps, as I said, your coach will reach out to you and schedule a call. A lot of people are going to kick off on the 7th of November. Those who are not currently planning Dublin City Marathon or any kind of other late seasons. You agree that kickoff date with your coach. You agree, and then as part of your kickoff call, you'll be connected to Training Peaks. You'll see sessions populated from the 7th of November. And again, we'll just get going. Sound good, guys?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Look forward to we look forward to you as a team, having a bit of fun with you, and also getting you those big scary goals.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks,
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks. Anthony and Mark. Has Mark hopped off? Is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, Grant. Right. Okay.
Becky Wood's done very well today.
She did. She did indeed. I think she was second overall